Have you ever felt like certain people in this world navigate life so effortlessly, it's as though they know shortcuts invisible to the rest of us? Caught glimpses of power structures that seem to operate behind the scenes, orchestrating events in ways defying normal explanation? Wondered if the so-called elite have access to secret teachings, some hidden blueprint enabling them to bend outcomes and sculpt reality to match their desires? If you've ever asked yourself questions like these, you're already on the doorstep of something deep and rarely disclosed in the public domain, the 33rd degree knowledge. Rumored to be guarded zealously by secret societies and initiates, it's said to be a form of advanced wisdom or spiritual technology that places reality's levers squarely into the hands of those who understand it. According to this law, the top 1%, those in finance, global leadership, hidden corridors of power, use these esoteric principles not only for personal gain but to shape entire cultural narratives. While mainstream skeptics may dismiss such ideas as conspiracy or fantasy, the staggering success and influence of certain individuals seems too uncanny to chalk up to luck or raw talent alone. Many claim these elite figures are leveraging 33rd degree knowledge to harness deeper laws of consciousness, energy, and intention, manipulating probability in ways that average people cannot fathom. But what if these teachings aren't inherently sinister or unreachable? What if you, too, could learn to bend reality once you peel back layers of conditioning and demystify the advanced secrets passed down through cryptic symbols, coded rituals, and hush-hush gatherings? That's exactly what we're about to explore. We'll delve into the hints and fragments of knowledge that have leaked out from behind locked doors and examine how they connect to universal laws hidden in plain sight. Prepare to question your assumptions, because the more you discover about 33rd degree knowledge, the more you realize that ordinary life runs on autopilot for most people, while those who wake up to deeper truths move the levers from behind the stage. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Peering beyond the veil, why 33rd degree is more than a symbolic title. Much speculation revolves around the 33rd degree, often referencing the highest echelon of certain fraternal orders or secret brotherhoods. Conventional wisdom says it's merely an honorary rank. But in the realm of esotericism, 33 isn't just an incidental number, it's loaded with symbolic and vibrational significance. 33 is the number of vertebrae in the human spine in many counting systems, tying it to the concept of Kundalini energy rising from the base to the crown. 33 lines up with certain celestial latitudes said to hold strong energy vortexes, an idea advanced in some mystical traditions. 33 recurs in biblical references, such as the age of key events in certain religious narratives, fueling speculation that it connects to an advanced spiritual threshold. None of these connections alone prove anything. But layered together, they point toward a synergy of body, mind, and cosmic alignment, a threshold bridging mundane existence and enlightened perception. The 33rd degree concept resonates with advanced mastery, a vantage point beyond typical consciousness. So the phrase 33rd degree knowledge suggests something more than an organizational rank. It hints at a tier of wisdom bridging practical power with metaphysical insight. This synergy might let certain individuals bend reality, not by defying physics, but by operating at the intersection of consciousness and cause and effect. If that sounds wild, remember, over centuries, many luminaries, philosophers, mystics, even scientists, have insisted that mind and matter aren't separate but interwoven. Could it be that the top 1%, or at least some among them, harness an advanced version of this interplay while the rest of us remain oblivious? The real secret: your mind is a reality tuning device. Most people assume their mind is just a thinking machine. But advanced hermetic and esoteric teachings, often rumored to be part of 33rd degree knowledge, claim your mind is a reality tuning device. In simpler terms, consciousness doesn't just observe reality, it co-shapes it. Think about it. Quantum experiments show that subatomic particles behave differently depending on whether they're observed. Ancient spiritual texts have always taught that focused intention alters outcomes. Modern neuroscience reveals the reticular activating system in your brain, filtering out data that doesn't match your beliefs or expectations. Combine these insights, and you realize what you focus on expands. What you believe you can do, you unconsciously shape your actions to achieve. What you deeply fear, you often inadvertently attract. The top 1% might not be conjuring illusions out of thin air, but they do exploit a deeper understanding. Your internal narrative sculpts your external world more than you realize. By mastering emotional states, mental frames, and hidden energetic principles, they cause reality to bend around their intentions, or so the legend goes. Could it be that so-called 33rd degree teachings revolve around systematically training your mind to anchor unwavering clarity of intent, manipulate subtle energies, and thus warp the probabilities of events? If so, it's no wonder these teachings remain behind closed doors. When harnessed for purely selfish ends, such knowledge can manipulate masses or rig entire systems to funnel wealth and influence to the few. But knowledge isn't inherently good or evil, it's about how you apply it. If you discovered these secrets, would you use them for personal greed or for collective upliftment? That moral question might explain why secrecy shrouds advanced knowledge. Recalibrating destiny, the 33rd degree approach to fate. Most people go through life feeling pinned down by fate or genetics, resigned to a fixed destiny. But advanced esoteric traditions teach that fate is malleable, like soft clay rather than hardened stone. At everyday levels, it seems like your life is set by circumstances, your job, relationships, finances. But once you shift to a 33rd degree perspective, you see that these circumstances are fluid reflections of your internal state. Destiny is an interplay of your mental spiritual blueprint, the beliefs, emotions, and subconscious programs you carry. External conditions, the environment you inhabit, shaped by collective frequencies. Synchronicities or meaningful alignments that nudge you towards certain paths. At the 33rd degree, or advanced mastery, individuals learn to consciously edit their mental spiritual blueprint. This might involve rewriting subconscious beliefs, transmuting negative emotional patterns, and intentionally directing thought energy toward desired outcomes. Like an alchemist turning base metal to gold, they turn base fate into a refined outcome aligning with their will. Skeptics argue that's self-delusion. But the results, hyper-successful business moguls, unstoppable leaders, and revered luminaries, suggest that self-delusion or not, these methods shape external reality in remarkable ways. Traditional success advice, focusing on brute force or strategy, only addresses part of the puzzle. The 33rd degree approach merges strategic action with deep mental reprogramming, bridging intangible consciousness with tangible outcomes. The society-scale impact of reality benders. It's tempting to think about these top 1% reality benders as operating purely for personal gain. But consider the broader consequences when a handful of people secretly mold events to suit themselves, cultural influence. By harnessing advanced mental frameworks, they can shape collective beliefs, pushing entire populations towards certain worldviews or consumer habits. Economic tides. If a group knows how to manipulate the energy of markets, perhaps through mass psychology or advanced knowledge of global flows, they might orchestrate booms and busts to their advantage. Geopolitical maneuvers. Some claim major geopolitical events arise not just from politics but from deep, carefully managed synchronicities or orchestrations designed to yield specific outcomes on the global chessboard. Is that all conspiratorial? Possibly. Yet even skeptics admit that mass propaganda relies on shaping public thought. There's no fundamental difference if you label it psychology or 33rd degree knowledge. Both revolve around influencing how reality manifests collectively. The line between just business strategy and esoteric reality bending can blur if you see that consciousness underpins everything. Still, none of this means we're doomed to be pawns. The same knowledge that gives the top 1% an edge can empower everyday individuals once we break free from mental conditioning. Breaking the conditioning, how you can tap into 33rd degree knowledge. You might wonder, if these secrets are locked behind closed doors, how can I, an average person, ever access them? The hidden twist is that the fundamentals of reality-bending knowledge have never been fully erased. They remain in mystical texts, hermetic teachings, and even modern quantum insights. They're encoded in ancient myths, religious scriptures, and esoteric symbols. Here's how you can start unraveling them. Study the pillars of esoteric tradition. Look into hermetic laws, like All is Mind, ancient mystery school teachings, and advanced metaphysical works. While the top 1% might have direct lineages or mentorship, the core truths are sprinkled across open-source spiritual literature. You just need to approach them with an open yet discerning mind. Practical mental alchemy. True mental alchemy is about transmuting emotional energy, rewriting subconscious scripts, and forging unbreakable clarity of intention. Learn to monitor your self-talk, transform negative states, and repeatedly affirm the reality you choose. Pair that with purposeful, strategic actions, so your internal world and external pursuits reinforce each other. Leverage group consciousness. One well-kept secret is that your personal power amplifies in group synergy. That's why secret societies gather, collective minds magnify the effect. Even if you don't join any society, you can form circles with like-minded people, meditating or focusing intentions together. This group coherence can drastically accelerate manifestations. Observe and engage synchronicities as you shift your internal frequency. Watch for uncanny alignments, chance encounters, repeated symbols or numbers, dreamlike coincidences. These are reality's response to your new state. The top 1% may keep such phenomena hush-hush while they exploit them, but you can do the same in an ethical manner, responding to signs and stepping through unexpected doors. Develop emotional mastery. Emotions are the energy fueling reality bending. If you remain stuck in fear, self-doubt, or negativity, your reality mirrors that. The advanced knowledge emphasizes emotional transmutation, turning fear into focused drive, turning anger into clarity, turning sadness into empathy. The more you control your emotional frequency, the more intentionally you steer outcomes. The barrier of skepticism and self-sabotage. One reason more people don't adopt these teachings is self-sabotage born of skepticism. Even if a part of you believes in advanced mental mastery, another part might whisper, "This is too good to be true," or "This stuff is just new age nonsense." That internal conflict dims your focus and consistency. But consider many top performers, elite athletes, high-level CEOs, creative geniuses, describe flow states or intuitive leaps that defy normal thinking. They speak of times when coincidences lined up too perfectly to ignore, leading to breakthroughs. They rarely phrase it as 33rd degree knowledge, but the principles match advanced esoteric teachings, harnessing the subconscious, synchronizing with universal flow, and letting the improbable become normal. The biggest leap is trusting the process wholeheartedly, even before seeing massive results. Think of it as a shift from the worldview of victimhood to the worldview of creative synergy. The power you hold is intangible, but real. If you sabotage yourself by believing the old narratives, "I can't, it won't work," you remain in the realm of limited possibility. Is it magic or mastery? The real nature of reality-bending. People often label reality-bending claims as magic. But a closer look suggests it's not a supernatural phenomenon, rather, it's about mastering the laws that connect mind and matter. In the same way advanced technology looks like magic to those unaware of how it works, advanced mental and spiritual mastery looks like magic to a society that's mentally locked into materialist dogma. Reality bending might better be called reality harmonizing. You align internal states, thought, emotion, intention, with external patterns, opportunities, people, events, so perfectly that your life path flows with minimal friction. It feels like luck or magic from outside, but from inside the process, it's methodical. You realize everything is energy, and that energy responds to coherent direction. The top 1% who purportedly use the 33rd degree knowledge simply refined this method and kept it behind a shroud. They might incorporate ritual, symbolism, or group reinforcement to amplify mental states. None of that is inherently dark or light. The moral dimension depends on whether it's used ethically or manipulatively. Ethical vs. manipulative applications, and that leads us to a moral crossroad. If you learn to shape reality, is it purely for personal gain, or do you use it to elevate others? The top 1% narrative typically implies they exploit it to maintain power and control. But advanced knowledge is not intrinsically manipulative, it's a tool that can be wielded for altruistic or selfish ends. You might choose to enrich your life to become more independent, free from oppressive systems. Elevate your community by visualizing and acting for collective abundance. Heal generational traumas by aligning with a higher frequency that breaks destructive cycles. In each scenario, the same universal principles apply: unwavering clarity, mental reprogramming, emotional alignment, and strategic action. The difference is your intention. Are you a solitary profiteer or a conscious contributor to collective evolution? Stepping into your own 33rd degree. If you're committed to harnessing these secrets yourself, here's a blueprint: spiritual reclamation. Recognize you are more than a physical being. Embrace meditation or mindful practices that connect you with a deeper intelligence. Some call it the higher self, universal mind, or cosmic consciousness. Mental recalibration. Identify and systematically remove limiting beliefs. Use affirmations, journaling, hypnosis, or guided introspection to embed new, expansive beliefs in your subconscious. Emotional mastery. Practice transmuting negative emotions into constructive energies. Learn not to suppress fear or anger, but to convert them into motivation or clarity. This emotional alchemy is essential for sustaining high-frequency states. Intentional focus. Set goals from your heart, not just your ego. The more aligned your goals are with your deeper sense of purpose, the more seamlessly reality reconfigures to support them. Observation and response. Train yourself to notice synchronicities, strange coincidences, repeated symbols, intuitive pulls. When they appear, respond decisively. A single coincidental meeting might shift your entire trajectory if you seize the opening. Respect the collective. The higher degrees of knowledge come with an ethic: harm none. Seek synergy, not exploitation. Reality bending flows more readily when you align with universal well-being, not just personal gain. As you adopt these steps, your life ceases to revolve around struggle or chance. Instead, it becomes a dynamic conversation with reality, where your sincere desires collide with supportive events. This is not to say you won't face hurdles. But each hurdle can become an opportunity to refine your mental mastery, deepen your emotional intelligence, and reaffirm your alignment. Unpredictable revelations. Where this knowledge can lead you, life after adopting 33rd degree knowledge might become unpredictable in the best way. You may find radical shifts in location or vocation, sudden calls to move across the country, or pivot careers might appear. Synchronicities confirm the path, though logically it looks insane. If you trust the flow, you might find your greatest fulfillment. Mysterious meetings and relationships. People who share your vision or hold crucial puzzle pieces cross your path. You realize you're weaving a network of coincidental contacts that accelerate your evolution. Financial quantum leaps. By combining energetic mastery with real-world skill, you might experience leaps in abundance that defy your old limitations. However, you'll likely face big moral tests on how to use that power. Intensified intuition. You might spontaneously know things about people or opportunities, bypassing normal analysis. The logic you rely on merges with gut-level insight. Deepen spiritual grounding. The more you witness improbable alignments, the more your old cynicism dissolves. You move from mild interest in metaphysics to a rock-solid conviction that we truly are consciousness-shaping matter. All of this might sound exhilarating or terrifying, depending on your perspective. Reality can be wilder than any fiction once you step into advanced knowledge. The question is whether you'll open the door or cling to the illusions of normal that keep you safe yet unfulfilled. Rising above the noise, practical discernment. We must acknowledge, though, that in the age of the internet, countless self-proclaimed gurus peddle sensational claims about top 1% secrets, or 33rd degree magic, sometimes exploiting gullibility. Not all who claim such knowledge have it. Not all information labeled esoteric is genuine or beneficial. Hence, discernment is vital. Seek consistent principles, watch for genuine transformations in your own life or the lives of those applying them. If something consistently yields positive, coherent results, it might be legitimate. If it's pure hype or fosters dependence on an external teacher, question it. True empowerment leads you inward, not outward. That said, sincerity and a willingness to experiment remain your best guides. If you approach these ideas with open-minded curiosity, test them responsibly, and track outcomes, you'll eventually build personal proof that reality does bend under focused consciousness. Why this knowledge is more relevant now than ever. We're in a time of unprecedented change. Old structures, economic, social, political, are crumbling or at least wobbling. People sense a deeper calling, a thirst for meaning, for personal freedom, and for rewriting the scripts they were handed at birth. 33rd degree knowledge, or advanced reality bending principles, resonates with this collective shift. Instead of tolerating systems that exploit or control, individuals can awaken their own power to craft new possibilities. The illusions of purely material existence fade when you realize how deeply consciousness interplays with events. No wonder so many talk about a global awakening or collective ascension. Part of that awakening is individuals reclaiming their co-creative birthright. They see synchronicities, harness them, and realize life is far more magical and fluid than taught in standard schooling or mass media. Weaving it all together, the life you can sculpt now, imagine weaving together emotional mastery to remain calm, positive, and aligned in the face of challenges. Subconscious reprogramming to eliminate limiting beliefs and instill empowering narratives. Synchronicity awareness to spot and act upon cosmic winks guiding your path. Ethical intention ensuring your manifestations uplift both you and those around you. This synergy effectively amounts to harnessing 33rd degree knowledge. It's the personal application of universal truths that the top 1% might exploit for advantage. But you can adopt the same or similar insights to break free from constraints, shape your destiny, and live from a place of sovereignty. In time, you might even develop a sense of normalcy around impossible events, money turning up just when needed, soul-level partnerships forming out of chance encounters, or career leaps that defy standard timelines. It doesn't all happen overnight, but consistent practice and unwavering belief open doors faster than you'd suspect. As your mastery grows, you might become a teacher or mentor to others. Because advanced knowledge, when used benevolently, naturally seeks to propagate. You won't fear competition or scarcity, since you understand reality is malleable. Instead, you'll encourage others to tune their own reality-bending powers. In doing so, you become part of an expanding wave of awakened individuals forging a new cultural narrative, one where average people shape extraordinary lives through awakened consciousness. The energetic architecture behind reality bending. What if I told you that reality isn't just something you observe passively, but something you're actively constructing, moment by moment? This isn't metaphorical, it's energetic architecture, a hidden yet ever-present structure, encoded into existence itself. At the highest levels of mastery, commonly symbolized by the 33rd degree, initiates understand this invisible architecture, enabling them to consciously shape reality rather than be shaped by it. Ancient mystery traditions, from Hermetic schools to mystical Eastern lineages, have quietly taught this energetic architecture for millennia. They've understood what modern science is only beginning to grasp. Everything around you, your matter, thought, emotion, is fundamentally vibrational energy. Think of your life experiences like radio stations on a frequency dial. Most people remain tuned into the same repetitive channels, unaware of the countless possibilities existing simultaneously. But when you understand how to consciously shift your internal vibration, you begin to pick up entirely different realities, experiences, relationships, opportunities that previously seemed inaccessible or impossible. The secret isn't magic as we traditionally think of it. It's about mastering a set of subtle skills that allow you to navigate, shift, and rearrange your personal frequency in alignment with the desired outcomes. At the highest levels, what some traditions hint at with terms like the 33rd degree, this knowledge has historically remained carefully guarded. But why? Why this knowledge remains hidden from you? You might wonder why something so powerful, so transformative, isn't taught openly. Why isn't everyone learning this in schools, colleges, or mainstream culture? The answer lies less in conspiracy theories and more in the practical implications of energetic reality manipulation. Think about it, if everyone understood that they had the inherent power to bend their reality consciously, how would that impact societal structures built on control and dependency? The simple fact is that institutions, corporations, governments, and certain elite circles derive their power from your unconscious agreement to remain passive and predictable. In other words, your lack of conscious reality creation supports the status quo. To truly master your life energetically, you must first accept responsibility for creating all your circumstances. While this idea is empowering, it can also feel threatening. Why? Because it removes the illusion of victimhood. You can no longer blame others or external events. It puts complete responsibility in your own hands, something not everyone is ready to face. Hence, historically, advanced knowledge has been shared cautiously, reserved for initiates who have demonstrated emotional maturity and spiritual integrity. This isn't mere gatekeeping, it's a safeguard against misuse. In the wrong hands, knowledge of how to energetically influence reality could easily be abused for personal gain or manipulation of others. How the elite apply this knowledge to shape global realities. If you doubt the real-world power of subtle energetics, consider this carefully. Top performers in virtually every field, finance, politics, entertainment, speak frequently about the power of mindset, visualization, and intentional focus. Elite athletes visualize victory. Top executives and entrepreneurs use practices like visualization, affirmations, and emotional anchoring. Elite organizations often embed powerful symbolism into logos and branding, symbols that communicate directly to the subconscious mind, shaping public perception and behavior without conscious awareness. Are these just coincidences? Or do those who dominate society quietly understand that reality responds to energetic mastery? Consider the concept of collective consciousness. It's no accident that certain ideas suddenly become widely popular, certain songs go viral overnight, or global events resonate synchronously across billions of people. Social media trends, viral memes, and cultural movements spread rapidly when collective consciousness resonates at a similar frequency. The most powerful influencers, knowingly or not, harness energetic patterns to shape these collective experiences. So, the deeper truth is that elite groups don't just understand synchronicities, they create them. They synchronize events, media, and even global narratives by embedding energetic cues within public consciousness. And guess what? If they can do it collectively, you can apply similar principles individually, aligning your life deliberately with desired outcomes rather than passively accepting the circumstances handed to you. The power of symbols, numbers, and rituals. To go deeper, let's explore a fascinating part of reality-bending knowledge, the subtle yet profound role played by symbols and numerological patterns. Have you ever noticed that certain numbers, especially numbers like 11, 22, and particularly 33, appear constantly in contexts related to esoteric knowledge, spiritual awakenings, and significant global events? This isn't accidental. Numbers hold energetic signatures. In numerology, 33 is known as a master number, carrying a vibration of enlightenment, illumination, and universal teaching. Historical figures associated with profound transformations often resonate with these numeric patterns. For instance, traditions mention Buddha attaining enlightenment at age 33, Jesus Christ crucified and resurrected at 33, and even numerological patterns hidden throughout sacred architecture, from the Great Pyramid of Giza to Gothic cathedrals. At a deeper level, the number 33 represents the energetic bridge between spiritual insight, the unseen realms, and tangible reality, the manifested world. Thus, 33rd degree knowledge symbolically implies mastery of bridging consciousness and manifestation, exactly what it means to bend reality intentionally. Symbols function similarly. Sacred geometry, for instance, forms like the flower of life, Vesica Pisces, or Metatron's cube, carries energetic frequencies that resonate deeply with subconscious and universal structures. Esoteric traditions have encoded these geometric symbols into art, architecture, religious rituals, and even city layouts, subtly shaping collective consciousness over centuries. Practical techniques: how you can start leveraging reality-bending energies today. While you might not have access to all the closely guarded secrets of 33rd degree initiates, you can start mastering the foundational energetic skills immediately. Here are practical steps you can begin taking today. 1. Daily reality calibration. Spend at least 10 minutes daily consciously tuning your energy. Close your eyes and vividly visualize a specific goal. Feel it emotionally, with absolute conviction. When you anchor a clear image with strong emotion repeatedly, reality aligns to match that frequency. 2. Numerology and symbol awareness. Begin paying closer attention to repeating numbers and symbols that appear regularly. Instead of dismissing them as coincidences, ask yourself, what was I thinking or feeling at this moment? What message might the universe be signaling? The moment you acknowledge these patterns consciously, you amplify your ability to direct their energy constructively. 3. Emotional frequency tuning. Reality bending isn't simply positive thinking, it involves emotional mastery. Cultivate emotional clarity by regularly practicing gratitude, visualization, and emotional recalibration. Start each day with gratitude exercises. Regularly meditate or visualize your desired outcomes with strong emotional states. Transmute negative emotions consciously, using them as fuel for clarity and growth. 3. Symbolic activation and affirmation. Begin consciously incorporating powerful symbolic imagery into your environment. Sacred geometry, the infinity symbol, Merkaba imagery, or the tree of life, all of these activate subconscious associations of harmony, abundance, and higher consciousness. Affirmations aligned with symbolic resonance can reinforce your intention at deeper subconscious levels. For collective intentions, amplified manifestation, join or form groups to collectively set intentions or meditate together. Group coherence exponentially increases energetic impact. Historically, initiates of esoteric societies knew the power of collective focus. Why not reclaim that power in positive, ethically aligned ways today? For energetic hygiene and boundaries. Just as reality bending can attract positive outcomes, it can attract negative influences if you're not energetically clear. Practice daily energetic hygiene through visualization exercises, grounding techniques, and clearly defined boundaries. This ensures your manifestations align with your highest good and not influenced or hijacked by lower vibration energies. 5. Ethical reality bending and personal integrity. Always maintain integrity in your intentions. This isn't moralism, it's energetic coherence. If your intentions harm others or exploit vulnerabilities, your energetic output becomes muddied, chaotic, and eventually harmful to you. Ethical alignment ensures sustained, harmonious manifestations. The 33rd degree path, challenges and responsibilities. Reality bending isn't a carefree power fantasy. It demands consistent discipline, personal responsibility, and profound inner alignment. As you grow into advanced knowledge, you'll inevitably face challenges. You must confront your own shadows, fear, insecurity, unconscious negativity, and transmute them into aligned clarity. You must be honest about your deepest motivations. The universe will reflect subconscious desires, even hidden ones. Face illusions about your intentions honestly. Responsibility grows alongside power. Those who attempt to manipulate others or reality itself selfishly always experience energetic backlash, sooner or later. Higher knowledge demands higher ethical standards. But if you stay committed, remain self-aware, and ethically aligned, reality bending becomes a powerful tool for shaping not only personal fulfillment but collective transformation. The 33rd degree knowledge isn't about elitism or exclusivity, it's an invitation to reclaim your inherent creative power in ways previously hidden from the masses. Are you ready to master these subtle but profound truths, to step into a new role as a conscious co-creator rather than passive observer? If so, the universe itself will guide you towards teachers, resources, and synchronicities that lead you further into mastery. Now, as we move even deeper, we will explore historical examples of individuals and groups who allegedly harnessed this power, stories so extraordinary they'll challenge your perception of reality entirely. You've uncovered insights previously hidden from public view. Remember, the knowledge that empowers the few can also empower you. Reality isn't fixed, it's flexible, responding to your beliefs, emotions, and intentions. Synchronicities are invitations, nudging you toward alignment. Embrace your power consciously, ethically, and fearlessly. The 33rd degree knowledge isn't exclusive, it's your birthright. The moment you realize you're a co-creator, everything changes. Now, it's your turn. Start shaping your reality intentionally.